Welcome you to our YouTube channel PNJ Legal. We are 12-year-old law firm. On this YouTube channel, we are bringing lot of the complex legal topics to you. We are also presenting lot of business opportunities for the entrepreneurs to get ventured into.
IP licensing. What is an IP licensing? A license is a permission to do something that without the license would be an infringement of IP. The person granting the license is usually called the licensor, and the person receiving the license is usually called the licensee. There may be more than one licensor or more than one licensee in a license agreement. Now, the terms and conditions on which IP is licensed are very varied. The licensor or licensee usually agree those terms and conditions by negotiation. The outcome of those negotiations will depend on the relative bargaining power of each side. You are more likely to obtain favorable terms if you are on IP, which protects a significant and distinctive innovation or work than if the potential licensee has several equally attractive alternatives. IP may be licensed out or licensed in. For example, you may license out to another company or organization in return for a reward, financial or other in-kind benefits or combination of both. You may wish to license in if you want to use another company's IP to develop your own business and products. Why might I license my IP or take a license of IP? Sharing risk. Where a licensor licenses the right to manufacture and sell products, the licensor receives revenues from that licensing but does not take the risk of manufacturing, promoting and selling those products. On the other hand, the licensee has the right to use the IP without the expense and risk of the research and the cost of developing the product. Now, revenue generation. An owner of IP may commercialize the IP itself and may obtain additional income by licensing the IP to someone else to commercialize. It is a different field. Increasing market penetration. An owner of IP may license another business to sell in territories that the owner cannot cover. Now, reducing cost. A business may buy in innovation to reduce its research and development cost. Saving time. A business may get its products or services to market more quickly by acquiring a license to use existing IP instead of reinventing the wheel, sometimes referred to as an engineering workaround. Accessing expertise. By taking a license, a business may tap into expertise that it does not have in-house. Obtaining competitive advantage. By acquiring a license to use IP, a business may obtain an advantage over its competitors. Collaboration. Business may want to work together to develop new products and services. Taking or granting a license of any IP, the first step should be to access the needs and objectives of your business and how licensing might help meet them. Now, granting or taking a license is not always appropriate. For instance, a business which has the ability to commercialize its own IP may better achieve its objective by keeping that IP to itself. Business should be wary of licensing their IP in circumstances where the value of that IP may be diminished. The prospective licensor may want to charge royalties that are too high and may restrict the growth of the business. The IP to be licensed may be too weak. If a competitor could work around it and take away market share, it may not be worth investing in a license. The IP to be licensed may not be valid, for example, where a patent is open to challenge or because the prospective licensor does not own and does not have the right to license the IP. Now, elements of licensing agreements. License terms. The terms of any license should always be recorded in writing and until the license agreement has been signed. All correspondence and negotiations about the terms of the license should be expressed to be subject to contract, that is, not binding. Recording the terms in writing involves being completely clear about what both licensor and licensee want to achieve and have agreed. The act of reducing an oral agreement to writing will often reveal a misunderstanding which need to be resolved before the license agreement is signed. Now, what IP are you licensing? This could be a patent or material which is protected by copyright or a trademark, or you may, for instance, be allowing the public or subscribers to download a wide range of materials for their choosing from your website. You may be licensing more than one sort of IP, for instance, some software and your logo or trademark. If that is the case, you may want different rights and restrictions to apply to the different sorts of IP. You may have licensed IP from someone else and in turn want to license that IP as well as your own IP to another business, for example, a part of a package of interrelated technology. In this case, you will need to check whether the license in allows you to license it out. Now, who may use the IP? The licensee may be a company, a group of companies, another type of corporate body, an individual or a collection of individuals, such as an English partnership. However, some licenses can cover entire enterprises and bind not only the company but also the users of its products. If you are granting a license to a company, make sure you quote its registered number in the license agreement. Now, how IP may be used? Exclusive. Only the person who is granted a license, the licensee, can use the IP. The licensor is not entitled to use the IP. Sole. Only the IP owner and licensee can use the IP. Non-exclusive. The IP owner may use and license to more than one licensee. Now, duration and termination. What the circumstances for termination might be, for instance, a change of control or a failure to meet sales target, breach of conditions or insolvency. The license indefinite or limited by time. You will need to check the duration of the IP. For example, a European patent lasts for a maximum of 20 years, whereas a trademark can last for perpetuity so long as it is periodically renewed. What rights will you lose? Will you still be able to conduct ongoing business? Will your right or obligations remain after termination? For example, confidentiality. Now, governing law and disputes. If entering into a license with a party in a different legal jurisdiction, you will need to determine which country's laws should apply. Do you have a mechanism for resolving disputes? When licensing abroad, it is advisable to also consider the consular as well as legal characteristics of your partners. Thank you for your time.